Here's Dr. Gil Lederman, New York's only Harvard-trained, triple-board certified radiation cancer doctor. If chemosurgery or radiation isn't working or isn't tolerated, when cancer and its pain and symptoms aren't getting better, seek a fresh second opinion at Radiosurgery New York's Urgent Cancer Consultants for innovative, custom-tailored cancer treatment. See our experts within one business day because we know your time and your life are precious. Our goal is proper diagnosis and effective, non-invasive outpatient treatment. Decades of leadership, first in New York with brain radiosurgery, first in America with body radiosurgery for cancers of the brain, body, and prostate, all custom-tailored for you. Call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES for a prompt appointment and free booklet DVD. Super convenient, 38th and Broadway, with most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid accepted. You're next at Radiosurgery New York. Just call 212-CHOICES, 212-CHOICES.
Welcome, everybody. It's the Radiosurgery Show with Dr. Gil Lederman, MD, New York's only Harvard-trained, triple-board certified radiation oncologist who brings you the latest cancer treatment news, interviewing world-renowned cancer experts, delving into special cases, and, of course, answering your questions. I'm Rob Redstone, broadcasting from the WABC studios in the heart of New York City. And now, please welcome Dr. Lederman.
Good morning. This is Gil Lederman. Good morning, John. I'm here with John, my co-host.
Dr. Lederman, good morning. I'm doing well. How are you?
And we have Coop in the control with Erin taking all the calls, and she's busy as can be, as busy as a eager beaver. So let's keep her busy. You can call in. We're live.
Yes, we are live.
Unlike most shows, we are live.
Saturday morning, 6:30, here we are.
So you can call in 212-CHOICES, which is our office phone number, 212-CHOICES, or the ABC phone is 1-800-848-9222, 800-848-9222. I guess you could make a lot of poems out of that thing. So I'm going to call today's show Betrayal.
Betrayal. Tell me why. What are we going to speak about?
I'm sitting around before the show and thinking about how American people are getting betrayed by so many elements, and it really is disheartening how much we're getting betrayed. Now, last week on WOR Sunday night, we talked about Obama and how he promised us to keep our insurances and keep our doctors if we wanted to have them, period.
Right.
You will not change your insurance, period.
I promise was one of the words.
I promise. You will not change your doctors, period.
I remember this. Go ahead.
And then there was this minor thing called an election where he won a 4-year term, and one of the main selling points he used was Obamacare, you're going to keep your insurance, you're going to keep your doctor. And now we're reading, you can go on Drudge Report today, it's estimated that 50 million Americans are going to lose their insurance and or their doctors.
So I went from my promise to I'm sorry.
Well, no, I went from my promise to another 4-year term.
Oh,
and,
right.
He's looking golden. He's probably going to get all his multi-zillion-dollar deals when he leaves. And here we are holding the bag. Now, the New York Times this week, there was an interview with the Presidente. And Mr. Obama said he didn't do enough to ensure the law did not force termination of insurance policies that people like because they do not meet the law's new coverage. Now, there's documents saying that they knew this in 2009, 2010. Okay. There's documents in the White House that there was a big debate among his political people versus his speechwriters. Should he tell the truth or should he mislead? And what did he choose?
What direction did he go in?
Well, what direction did he go?
It seems like he may have misleaded.
He misled because he knew he couldn't sell a rotten barrel of apples.
Right.
Okay, and Obama says about this keeping your insurance and keeping your doctor. It means a lot to them. It's scary to them. I mean, we're now them. Fellow Americans, we are them. And I'm sorry that we're now they, are finding themselves in this situation. This is quoting his words, based on assurances they got from me. And he says, we're going to do everything we can to deal with the folks, we're now folks, who find themselves in a tough position as a consequence of this, not of this, of him.
Right.
It's his decision to mislead the American people. And the New York Times, which is kind of like his favorite newspaper, right? It's not exactly anti-Obama.
No, not at all.
Says, quote, "For years, Mr. Obama has repeatedly said that the Americans who were satisfied with their health care insurance plans could keep them even after the health care program took full effect at the end of next year." And they quoted him, "If you like your health plan, you'll be able to keep your health plan, period," he said at speeches, campaign rallies, and town hall meetings. But hundreds of thousands of people started receiving cancellations, prompting accusations that Obama lied. Now, Senator John Cornyn from Texas said, "We know that lying to Congress is a crime, but unfortunately, lying to the American people is not."
Right.
So Mr. Obama said he not purposefully misled anyone. Yeah, well, then why are there documents in the White House saying that he knew about it 4 years ago?
Yeah, something sounds a little flaky there. Yeah.
So for me, this is total betrayal. The poor people who have cancer, and that's what I deal with. I deal with cancer.
Right.
They want continuity. If they have a relationship with a doctor and they want to keep that relationship, and they were promised that.
Sure, right. I mean,
right, they were promised that. Now, Obama says these people are benefiting from more choice and competition. But then you get all the news, like from Oregon, people in Oregon, no person signed up online to any insurance plan that costs money.
Right.
Everyone is signed up for Medicaid, which is a cost-free insurance, which is great. We take Medicaid, and I'm happy to take Medicaid because I'm happy to serve people. I don't think people should be milked. If you have no money, you should go on Medicaid and give us a call, and we'll treat your cancer if we can and refer you somewhere else if that's better for you. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. But the whole idea of Obamacare is that people pay money. People like you're 25 years old. Well, they want 25-year-olds to pay for the old folks who are consuming a lot of care, right?
Sure.
And if no one's buying insurance, this whole Obamacare ship is going to sink.
Right. It's
and this startup, not only with the website, that's one issue that you can't. People are spending hours trying to navigate that. But then they're trying to find a way to keep their own doctor or their own insurance, and they can't do that either.
That's a problem, certainly.
And it's a problem that you have a guy in the White House who he says he's deeply frustrated. Well, yeah, so are people that don't have insurance. Right. So are people who have cancer who need care. And Obama says, quote, "I take responsibility for that. My team takes responsibility of that. And we're working every single day, 24/7 to improve it." God, the last picture I saw, he was on the golf course for the 150th time of his presidency. I'm not sure he's working 24/7. And he says it's better now than it was last week. He says that, but there's going to be, they say, 50 million people who are losing their health care.
That's scary. It's
really scary.
Yeah,
it's scary when you vote for a guy, you believe he's telling you the truth. Maybe you don't love his politics, but you want to be able to trust his word.
Right. I was going to say trust is the primary word here.
That's a big issue. So sorry about that harangue. We're here to talk about cancer and your cancer and educate you and try to get you a better life, try to avoid the calamities of life. So you're welcome to call us at 212-CHOICES, or the ABC number. We're live in New York, and we're happy to take your calls.
Give us a call, 1-800-848-9222, if you want to talk to Dr. Lederman.
So there's another betrayal. I said this program is called Betrayal today, and we hear about it all the time. You hear about it on radio stations, even in New York, right?
Of course.
That people are spending money on herbs and vitamins. And tomorrow night on WOR, we have a very special guest, Dr. Paul Offit, who's the author of Do You Believe in Magic? And a lot of people have been calling me about this program, about the author and the book. It's Dr. Paul Offit, O-F-F-I-T. He's a professor at University of Pennsylvania and Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. He's the author of a book called Do You Believe in Magic? And he's been warning us about the perils of treatments that don't have any backup. So when we talk about cancer treatment, we want treatment that has a backup. There's a scientific basis for it. We're not talking about there's sugars and there's acids and there's base. No, because there's no data for that. If you eat a donut, that doesn't change your cancer, and there's no data to ever show that. We want to talk about real facts that will make your life better. So what about people who are spending $5 billion a year on herbal supplements? I just had a 10-year-old child in my office, and the loving mother